Hey guys, it's Lena here, and in this video I'm super happy to introduce you to Augmented Woodwinds, Arturia's virtual hybrid instrument merging sampled woodwinds with synthesis. In this tutorial I'll show you its features and explore some of the inspiring sounds you can make with it. Let's dive in. Augmented Woodwinds is a modern hybrid software instrument that unites a library of orchestral and solo woodwind samples with dynamic synthesis engines, equipping you with a comprehensive palette of evocative, intimate, and commanding woodwinds ready for modern production. Its original morphing of sampling and synthesis guarantees a constant flow of new tones and colors, letting you go beyond the conventional and unlock sounds perfect for cinematic and professional composition. Before we dive in, here are a few presets to give you an idea of how it sounds. Augmented Woodwinds has two panels. First is the play page, which features the expressive morph control, plus 7 macro knobs that allow you to quickly change the nature of your sound in a few clicks, like this. Then there's the advanced panel that offers deeper sound design control, letting you access Augmented Woodwinds' 2 layers of sound based on your own custom combination of orchestral, solo, and processed woodwind samples with its built-in synth engines. The central interface allows you to make instant sweeping changes to tone, character, color, pitch, envelope settings, and many other parameters. Here's an example of how any sound can be reshaped by manipulating these controls. It's worth noting that the macros are unique for each preset, giving you tons of variety to craft your own sounds. The visuals represent your layers in real time, so you'll see them change depending on your combination of real, hybrid, or synthetic woodwind sounds. In the center of the main page, the morph knob lets you morph through sounds in between layers A and B, as well as adjusting up to 8 parameters simultaneously. This preset is a good example of how the morph knob can change the nature of any sound. Let's now play a few more interesting presets to see precisely how other macros impact the sound. By increasing the motion control, we can introduce tremolo and vibrato-like modulations, injecting movement into the sound, like this. The color macro, on the other hand, can make the sound brighter or darker, often linking to the filter parameters of both layers, like this. The time macro controls how sounds change over time, ranging from quicker attacks to long releases. On top of these creative controls, you can introduce delay and reverb to add depth and space to any patch. You can also add more coloring, dynamic or modulation effects per layer to further customize a preset to suit your ideas. That's it for the main page. Now let's focus on the advanced panel where we find the sound engines of the instrument. This panel offers deeper access to layers A and B, modulators, the arpeggiator, effects, and macro customization. The Layers tab features 2 sound generators per layer, giving you a total of 4 sound generators to use simultaneously. Each sound generator has its own VCA, and each layer has its own filter and filter envelope. You can arrange these engines in multiple ways: 2 synth engines per layer, 2 sample engines per layer, or 1 synth and 1 sample engine per layer, as well as having the ability to turn off certain engines on and off. This gives you many different possible combinations to work with. On top of that, the synth section of Augmented Woodwinds comes with a simple sample engine called Simpler to help you add textures, loops, or atmospheres. The main sample engines are filled with authentic and outside-the-box recordings of various woodwind instruments, from solo bassons, English horns, clarinets, and flutes, to full orchestral articulations and experimental processed multi-sample sounds played with different articulations, some more traditional and some more performative. Let's listen to a few examples of these samples now. In the synthesis section, you'll find synth engines with custom presets made specifically to complement the beautiful Woodwinds recordings, further enhanced with the Simpler engine. Let's listen to a few of their sounds now. This selection of various sound generation methods will ensure that you have access to a variety of interesting timbres and textures to suit any style. The modulation page is where you can edit and control various aspects of the Augmented Woodwinds built-in modulators like LFOs, functions, random generators, or keyword behaviors. Each of these comes with plenty of flexible parameters for deep and creative editing. The bottom bar displays every modulator and macro available in Augmented Woodwinds, letting you create your own personal modulation routings. To create a routing, click on the desired macro or modulator block inside the bar and drag your mouse over the destination parameter that you want to control, like this. Adding additional parameters to the morph or any other front page macro works in the same way. It's important to remember that on top of the default routings, the morph macro can control up to 8 parameters from all over the instrument, while sound macros such as color, time, and motion can have 6 additional parameters attached to them. Next up, there's the arpeggiator page, which simply allows you to create and play rhythmical patterns and sequences. With this section, you can enable or disable steps and control velocity and gate per step, add chords, as well as define the playback direction, time division, swing, and octave switching. The next page unfolds the effects section, which is divided into layer effects and main global effects, which are always delay and reverb. The layer effects are specific to their dedicated layers, while the global effects are applied to the output of both layers. Here's an example of 2 different effects affecting layer A and layer B. In the layer effects, each layer can hold 2 separate effects, allowing for 4 effects at once. In total, there are 14 available effects to choose from various reverbs and delays to sound sculpting and modulation effects. The global effects section contains 3 types of delay and 2 types of reverb, each one as spacious as the next. The last page of the advanced panel is the macros page. This shows the current mapped parameters for each of the sound macros: color, morph, time, and motion, as well as reverb, delay, and FX macros. Here you can easily see which parameters are represented by each macro and also define the amount of modulation for each of them, as well as change their modulation curve. This means you can always be in control of what is being played and modulated on the front page of Augmented Woodwinds, letting you change your mapped parameters and their values when needed. Before we finish up, let's play a few more presets to enjoy more of Augmented Woodwinds sound. And that's it for this walkthrough. I hope this video showed you how creative Augmented Woodwinds is and how valuable its sound can be for your own productions. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to Arturia's channel for more inspiring content in the future. Thanks for watching and see you soon.